Welcome to this video about the amazing platypus we find right here in the ACT region. We are very lucky as there are many platypus sites that you can visit to see one. You just need to know when and where to look and how to do it. Sit tight and we'll show you how to spot a platypus in the wild. The platypus is an extraordinary mammal. With its duck-like bill, beaver-like tail and otter-like body, the platypus is a true marvel of evolution. When spotting a platypus in the wild, it's important to remember to minimise your impact on their habitat and observe them from a respectful distance. There are several known hotspots here in the ACT region where platypus have been sighted, such as here on the Queanbeyan River near the Swinging Bridge, Jerrabumba Creek at the Nature Reserve, along the Murrumbidgee River in areas like Point Hut Crossing and Uriara Crossing, and of course Tidbinbilla. Another way to find good spots is to look at previous sightings that have been logged on the Platy and Ratty portal on the Upper Murrumbidgee Waterwatch website. If you see a platypus, you can add your sightings here to the portal, as this provides an invaluable source of data and will support conservation efforts. The best time to spot platypus is during dusk or dawn when they are most active. Look for calm, slow-moving sections of rivers or streams where the surface is flat and still, with ideally little to no breeze so that the surface isn't disturbed. So how do we spot a platypus? There are 3 signs to look for. First are concentric circles in a bullseye pattern. This is caused by the platypus chewing their food while floating on the surface. They use their bill to find food under the water and store them in their cheeks. When they surface, they chew their food by grinding the plates in their bill. The second sign is air bubbles, which is caused by escaping air trapped in their fur as they are foraging underwater. And the third sign is a telltale V-shaped wake they make when they are swimming on the surface. When you find a good spot to sit quietly and observe, scan the surface with the naked eye until you see those telltale signs of a platypus. If you have one in your sights, you can use your binoculars to focus up close. Platypus are air-breathing mammals that surface every 1 to 2 minutes to breathe. If you wait around 5 minutes, you can observe them resurfacing. To differentiate between a platypus and a rakali, also known as a native water rat, pay attention to their tails. The rakali has a long, narrow and muscular tail with a white tip used for propulsion in water, while the platypus has a flat, dark, paddle-like tail. Another distinction is their feeding behaviour. Platypus grind the water bugs they catch in their bill while floating on the water's surface, whereas rakali catch prey and often consume it on a rock or riverbank. When you spot a swimming rakali, notice its rounded head with small rounded ears as they periodically emerge from the water to breathe or scan their surroundings before submerging again. Platypus play a vital role in the ecosystem, particularly in their relationship with water bugs. Upper Murrumbidgee Waterwatch conducts an ongoing monitoring in our waterways, specifically focusing on tracking abundance and diversity of water bug orders. Water bugs are a significant part of a platypus's diet, with the ability to consume up to 1/3 of their body weight in water bugs daily. A healthy and unpolluted waterway tends to have a greater variety of water bug, which in turn supports a larger population of platypus. Studying platypus provides valuable insights into the overall health of rivers, allowing scientists to implement necessary conservation measures. Despite their mysterious nature, there is still much to discover about platypus, making it crucial to monitor them in order to understand their habitat requirements and work towards better conservation efforts.
Let's have a closer look and meet Mr. Platy. So platypus are highly adapted for their environment and they're the ultimate predator. They have electro sensors on their bill to help them predate water bugs, which they need to eat 1/3 of their body weight of every day. Their fur is highly adapted as well. They actually have 3 types of fur. You'll see the fur on their back here. This is to stop water from getting in. This is a waterproofing fur. On the bottom here, you'll see this dense fur here is an insulating fur, which keeps them warm. It's actually more dense than polar bear fur. The last type of fur is this fur on the back of their tail. That's a bristly fur that they use to brush down their burrows and to help them dig their burrows. They're quite homemakers. The males have venomous spurs on the back of their legs as well, which they use for territorial disputes. Their front feet are highly adaptable as well. They have little flippers which they use to paddle through the water, which they can pull back to crawl on the bank and to burrow. Another threat to platypus is O-shaped litter, such as rubber bands, hair ties, plastic rings off milk bottles and O-rings from taps. O-shaped litter can get ensnared on our platypus and cause injury and even death. Another threat we see is platypus getting entangled in fishing traps, fishing line and other fishing gear. These opera house traps are illegal in the ACT and New South Wales and should be removed from our waterways. For more information on the Upper Murrumbidgee Waterwatch program, please see our website for details.
Now that you know when, where and how to look for a platypus, go out there and have some fun. Remember, you can log your sightings of platypus and rakali on the Platy and Ratty portal. Here's a fun fact about platypus. What do you call a group of platypus? A paddle of platypus. Thanks for helping Waterwatch understand more about the health of our local platypus population.